this was a couple of weeks ago, and I was having a really tough time because I hadn't been sleeping and was very anxious. So I thought that I'd do like just a kind of a little update on life and what's happened since then. First, thank you so much for coming here. If you're returning, I'm so excited to have you back. If you are new here, welcome, welcome. It's a lot of, my channel's a lot of like whispering and working and doing body double stuff, and I like to just do a lot of whisper rambles for background stuff, and so welcome to the channel. The last whisper ramble video that I did was me being anxious and all of that, like I said, but it turns out that a big part of why that was happening was that I was about to get sick, which makes sense because that was also when the leaves on the trees were starting to bloom. And so I always get sick around that time. It always sneaks up on me like it's brand new every time, so there's that. But I know that I made the videos where I wasn't feeling well, and then like the next day I started to like get congested, and then by the end of that day I was very congested, but all of the trees outside my windows had new leaves on them, like the buds, you could see green everywhere, and so I was like, oh, that's what's happening. And then like I did end up testing for COVID and stuff, but it I tested negative, and then another reason I know it's not COVID was because it got better within just a couple of days. But I usually don't sleep very well when I am about to get sick. Like, I have really bad insomnia anyway, but it is often quite triggered by things like being ill or whatnot, or like just about to, like the things will stack up, you know. Anyway, after I got sick, it took me a little bit to sleep again, but I did eventually, a couple of days later, start sleeping again, and that really helped a lot. And I've been doing a lot of catching up on that still, but I do feel a lot better and a lot more rested, and my anxiety is down, I think because I've been sleeping. But after that happened, we had, like, after I recorded everything, which I have to say, I was really proud of myself for getting those recordings out, because I wasn't feeling good, but I still did it, and that's not, it's not always easy, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't really like how this is going. That's okay. We don't have to be perfect. Okay. It wasn't easy to get the videos out, so I'm really proud of myself for getting them. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. It's the little things in life, you know what I mean? Just persevering and just knowing that, like, it mattered, so I got it done, even if it wasn't perfect. That made me really happy and proud of myself. But then after all of that happened, I still had like a vacation, you know what I mean? And that was really fun. I really enjoyed that. I most of the time just kind of painted and was like watched TV and rested, and then we had some like really nice quality time as a family because my husband and my son both had time off that week as well. And then at the very end of the week, my husband and I went on a day date. We went on a little trip to the ocean, and we saw these ruins from these old forts. It's like stone, like these old stone buildings that are falling into intense disrepair, but like stacked up on the cliffside of this like ocean, you know what I mean? And like off to the one side is this beautiful, huge, iconic lighthouse, and then like 1,000 feet to the left is the like ruins of this like old army base. And I don't know, I like the ruins better personally. I've always been kind of like there's like the landmarks that bring in tourists, and then there's what I like, which is usually off to the side more. But we had a great time. We took lots of pictures. We sat by the ocean. We explored some local shops, and I got this amazing tarot deck. I am so in love with it. It is so cool. I'm probably gonna make some videos with it because I just want to like show it off, but also spend as much time as I can using it and playing with it and getting to know it. It's like so uplifting and fun. I can't. I we were in this store, this bookstore. It's like a book and music store called Bull Moose, and we were looking at all this stuff, and I came across the tarot cards, and I was just like, oh, cool. And I started looking through, and I had a couple of decks. I was like, I'm gonna get one of these. Which one should I get? And my husband was like, pick this one out. This one is obviously the one that's for you. And it's the one I took home, and I was in the car, and I like opened it up in the car and was like, oh my god, you were so right. This was the perfect idea. This was the perfect deck. And he was so right to tell me that it was. I'm very excited to have it. It was a wonderful day. For dinner, we had tacos, and the tacos were from a local place, and the shells were homemade, and they were just, it was one of the best, like, taco dinners we've had in a long time, or maybe even ever. Those homemade shells were so good. And we just laughed and talked and hung out and did all kinds of things that we enjoy, and it was a really good time. I went back to work the next week feeling so completely rejuvenated and ready to go, and that's not very normal. I feel like when you go back from vacation, you're either more tired because you played really hard, or you're like furious that your vacation is over because it wasn't enough time. And maybe it was because I had slept at that point, but I just felt like so much better. And what I do for work, I love a lot, and I find a lot of purpose and meaning in it. So I was like ready to go, and I have all of these ideas. I have a meeting next week with my client because I have so many ideas that I can't even send them in an email. Like, it's just, I've got to pare them down so that I'm not overwhelming, and so that what I'm doing is more digestible for him. But I don't know. I just feel like I don't know, because it's like I'm happy. There's like stresses in my life and stuff like that, and I don't feel like I'm like everything is perfect, but I feel like hopeful and excited and inspired, and yeah, it's kind of nice. I really like it. So I got through a lot of that much faster than I expected to, so I'm not even sure what to talk about now. But yeah, I guess maybe I'll just end it. This can just be a short one today. I don't know. I think that's what I'll do. I think I'm gonna end this here now. It's about 10 minutes long, but it's like a nice, cute little rambly blah blah blah, and you can put it on in the background, and I don't know, have fun with it. Anyway, let me know how things are with you, what's going on in your life, whatever. Leave comments, like and subscribe if you haven't